Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. A warning in advance, I'm very likely to end up turning this video into a bit of an angry rant. It's the subject matter. We have a 66-year-old man. He is a TorPEDO, if you understand what I mean. A TorPEDO. We'll call them torpedoes. Men who dress as women and who like young people. We're going to call them torpedoes. So this torpedo, 66 years of age, was caught with illicit material. Very bad images. Category A images of children. This would normally carry a jail sentence of up to 3 years. However, he is not going to jail. He is walking free from jail because they took so long deciding whether this man goes into a man's prison or a woman's prison. I think it's quite simple. He goes into a man's prison. It's what 99% of people would insist upon. But the authorities took so long that it couldn't be done. And so he's been allowed to walk free. Now, we know from the government's own figures that trans are 10 times more likely to be sex offenders. That's not me saying it. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. It's the statistical facts that the government have released. And so you must always judge these people with suspicion. And when you see this one, you can see why they have to go for children all the time, while they target children. Because no straight man would want him, because, seriously, he's a man. No gay man would want him, because they want men, not whatever this is. No straight woman would want him, because just look at him. And no lesbian would want him because he's a man. So who does that leave when he needs to get his fetishistic jollies? Children. And that is why they always go for children. Now we're going to go into this, but just be prepared. It's just a heads up because I probably am. It's awful. Anyway, here goes. So, transgender P, 66, is spared jail after the case was delayed over discussions about whether the pervert should go to a male or female jail. I had to whiz that word off very quickly. YouTube doesn't like words like that appearing on the screen. Former prison worker Tanya Howe's, not his real name, was found with indecent images. And he should have had his balls cut off, my view. Actually, people like this, they just take them out and put the rope around their neck and done. And they never, ever pose a threat again. So a transgender P, a torpedo, caught in possession of indecent images of children, has been spared jail after discussions whether he should be housed in a male or female prison delayed his case. I'm not using the pronouns that they're using. I'm using the correct ones. Former prison worker Tanya Howe's, 66, was told by magistrates that the offences would normally attract immediate custody, but they made the unusual decision to suspend his 12 months jail term after the debate caused a time lag. I don't care. He still needs to go to prison. Or the rope. I don't care. Howes, who is identified in court documents as female, but is male, and referred to in court by female pronouns incorrectly, previously admitted 3 charges of possessing indecent images, including 39 of the most serious Category A's, on February the 19th, 2020. Here he is. David Campbell-Bannerman, a Norfolk-based former Conservative MP, slammed the decision as unduly lenient, questioning the reason behind the suspended jail term. He said, "It seems unduly lenient. It has nothing to do with the person being transgender. It is the nature of the offences. It is surprisingly lenient and ought to be reviewed. It leaves a lot of questions unanswered." And there he is. Now you can see why no man would want it. You'd see why no woman would want it. You'd see why no gay man or lesbian would want it. And all he can get in his empty little life is children. Can you imagine children being touched by that? And there he is again in a different outfit, pretending that he's a woman. But he's not. He's not a woman. He is a man who likes children. Possession of Category A images usually results in between 6 months to 3 years in prison, but Howe's case was adjourned following an application by Norfolk Probation Service for an extension to complete reports. There's no reports. Open up, look down, you've got balls, in you go, pal. Don't like it? Tough shit. Stop doing things to children. The monitoring system was introduced in 2017 to make decisions about the appropriate location and management of transgender prisoners. men's prison. There you go. That's quite appropriate. He's a man. Help me decide whether they should be placed in male or female prisons. It's simple. Have a little fondle, if you feel anything, in a male prison. Earlier this year, new rules banned trans women convicted for physical and sexual crimes who still have male genitalia from serving sentences in female prisons. There you go. He goes into a man's prison. The extra measure was introduced following the controversy surrounding Isla Bryson, a man who was convicted for R-ing two women before transitioning to a man known as Adam Graham. I don't know. That was a very bad line. I'll tell you, I always say this. Journalism in this country ain't what it used to be. Anyway, initially, Bryson was set to be placed in segregation in Scotland's only all-female jail, but it sparked backlash from the public and politicians, resulting in a change in rules. Exemptions will only be made in the most exceptional cases with the approval of ministers, the government has said. The only exceptional case is that the person is born a woman. It's the only reason. If you're born male, you go to a male jail. Don't care. Whatever you think or say is immaterial. You were born male, you go to a male prison. Doesn't matter if you've had your junk cut off or not. You're still a man, you go to a male jail. Simple blood test. That's it. Those who cannot be safely accommodated in a men's prison can be imprisoned in a specialist unit. No, they can all be safely put in a men's prison. Look, open the door and push them in, close the door. You're perfectly safe. They might not be, but they've chosen to break the law. They've chosen to step outside the law. They should not be protected by it. You do this, in you go. Don't like it? Don't do the crime. Howes of Netherwood Green in Norwich was sentenced to a total of 12 months imprisonment, suspended for 2 years. I do hope all the good people of Norwich, in Netherwood Close, is it? Netherwood Green, my apologies. All the people of Netherwood Green in Norwich who know this person now know exactly what he is. I hope they give him a very warm welcome when he goes home. I hope he is welcomed on a very daily basis. You make sure you welcome him a lot. Be his friend. Be with him a lot. A real lot. Make sure he would rather be in prison. Ian Taylor, chair of the bench of magistrates, says these offences would normally attract immediate custody. However, because of the time lag, no reoffending, and because probation feel they can rehabilitate you, you're going to be an unusual sentence because we're going to suspend it. You cannot rehabilitate people like this. If they have this particular problem, well, they have several problems. First of all, he has his general mental illness where he perceives himself as a woman when he's clearly not. Secondly, he has a proclivity towards children. That is who he is attracted to. That cannot be rehabilitated. There's only one way of rehabilitating these people, and that is 6 foot of rope. That's the only way that these people can ever be rehabilitated to the point where you can guarantee that they will not reoffend. Mr. Taylor added it did not detract from how serious these matters were, with the children being subjected to horrific acts. Damien Moore mitigated said the case has attracted publicity that has inevitably had consequences for him in his personal life. Good. And I hope that those consequences happen an awful lot and get worse. We want constant consequences for an individual like this, who really ought to be in jail. We want him banging on the door of the jail, begging to be let in. It is very, very clear that he will forevermore have to live with the shame and embarrassment that these offences bring upon a man. Mr. Moore said Howes, who has no previous convictions, simply because he's got away with it for so long, pleaded guilty at the first opportunity and has shown a high level of cooperation to the probation service. Well, what else is he going to do? He added that at the time of the offences, Howes was in a very dark place. Yes, his back bedroom, tossing over images of children. He's now in a stable, loving relationship and has the full support of his children. This man has children. Ugh, and they still want something to do with him. Ugh. He is a very strange person. Howes was also ordered to carry out... And why is anyone going to be in a loving relationship with a man who does this? Ugh. Howes was also ordered to carry out up to 30 days rehabilitation activity requirement, pay £145 and £145 victim surcharge. He was also made the subject, and this is what another thing that annoys me, of a 10-year sexual harm prevention order and put on the sex offenders register for 10 years. It should be life for both crimes. For both forms, for the remainder of his miserable, sad, and hopefully very short life. But there he is. So have a good look. Everyone have a look. Look at him. See what he is. See what he looks like. Just be aware he likes children. And he got away with it. Because the courts, unlike him, lack balls. And haven't I done very well in not ranting? I can feel my heart pumping, but I didn't rant. I've done very well. And I'm coming up. There are crimes that we do need to bring a rope back for. And gelding. I'd have gelded him and then done the other bit. Sick fucks, basically what they are. They do need to be taken off the streets, and they need to make sure that everybody in their area knows who they are, what they've done. They need to be ostracised. They need to be to such a hellish place, and that everybody knows the results of what happens to you, that they never can live a decent, normal life again. And I absolutely mean this. There is no rehabilitation for these people. He will still have that in his mind. He's seen those images. He will still imagine those images. Those images are in his mind for the rest of his life. And he will still toss off to them. Get his little jollies, just as he does by dressing up and pretending to be a woman. Which, by God, he really isn't, is he? He's one ugly man, and my fuck, it is one ugly woman. Anyway, I shall stop there. Thank you very much for sticking to the end of this, if you have. But thank you very much for watching. And and I'm amazed that I haven't ranted. I really could feel it rising. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and for heaven's sake, don't let anyone like that near your kids. And goodbye.